We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and as you guys can see, we are not currently in our actual studio setup. Having some technical difficulties.
Are we ever?
Yeah, our Cam Link 4 thing broke, whatever. We're going to get you guys fired off. We're going to gunsling this show and make it very fast, rapid fire pace as always. But just so you ladies and gentlemen know, this is the Dirty 630 show. We are DocSports.com. Today is Friday, April 4th, 2025. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We smacked our 5% whale bow and arrow shot with the Canadians last night on the puck line for plus 125. Nick's got the bow. Nick's got the arrow. We cashed it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now just down 2%. Obviously, as I talk about the volatility of this system, it goes up, down, peaks and valleys. We'll get into all that as we go out throughout the show. But just so you guys know, this show is posted Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, with an exception of today. As obvious, we've had some technical difficulties. If you guys were on the Docs Daily Show, you saw we spoke about that. But with that being said, you guys already know what's going on. Nick, what do you got going on at the website, and what do you got on tap today?
At the website tomorrow, I have a 7-unit college basketball play, my final play of the college basketball season here, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to thank everybody that hopped on. We've been profitable all season long here. Over my last 97 plays, we're up over 5,000 in profit. So let's hit it tomorrow with a bang. Tonight, I have actually one pack across all sports here, NHL, NBA, and the MLB, lower volume cards since we went 1-3. But that's about it. Griff, what do you got going on?
Yeah, Nick, today's my big day when it comes to the MLB Diamond. I have not stretched over 4 units all season long. Finally unloaded the tank. I have a 7-unit best bet. That play goes off at 4:10 p.m. Eastern time, part of a 2-play card. I have a 2-pack across NHL, NBA, MLB, and then I have a 1 3-unit play on the soccer field. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a full slate of cards today. Nick's got his premium selections. I got my premium selections. If you guys are a new member to Doc Sports and you're looking to get those selections for free, head on over to DocSports.com/free60. Go grab yourself a free $60 account. You could use that free $60 on our premium selections, our absolute best bets for free. With all of that being said, Nick, hit them with the rules. 1 bite. Everybody knows the rules. 1%. Everyone knows the rules.
Get the sauce out. Sticking with that blazing hot today, as it did us justice with that whale bet in the Canadians. So you know what it is. We have 4 parlays in this system, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 2-team parlays. We have 1 3-team parlay, and we got 1 Hail Mary of them all, 4-team parlays. Griffin and I will go off increments of $100, but we know you guys that have been following us, stick to your wrists. You know it's up and down, peaks and valleys in this system. So stick with us. We hit our whale. Let's hit a couple parlays here tonight, Griffin. Talk to him about that whale bet.
Yeah, Nick, absolutely. And I hate the fact that we're not next to each other right now to really give really prime examples of what's going on right now. And as you guys have noticed, we have not hit a parlay yet all week. And that should not scare you. That you need to understand that is part of the system. The system is volatility. And that 5% whale bet, that is our backbone. All we have to do is hit 50% across our whale bet all season long. The rest of it is all extra profit. So with that being said, going into this right now, our bread and butter, our backbone, our 5% whale bet. Say we are to lose all 4 of those parlays, risking 1%. Well, there's 4 parlays minus 4%. Then we have our 5% individual selection. That is our 5% bow and arrow whale shot. That play hits just like last night, automatically in profit 1% on the day. Yesterday, we made 1.25%. We're not going to round into the decimals of this. We're going to keep it straight, flat value, flat to the decimal. So we're going to call it 1% profit on the day. But with all of that being said, you guys know the rules. You know what time it is. Nick, what time is it, baby?
Parlay time, baby. Let's get into it.
Roll. Going into game number 1 of our 2-team parlay. We're on the ice. We got the Carolina Hurricanes minus 190 on the money line. They're rolling into Detroit to play the Red Wings. Total sitting at 5.5. Carolina, absolute monster on the season with a 46-24 record. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They have 3 consecutive wins. Let's ride the trend here. Take them on the money line, minus 190 for game number 1. Nick, hit them with game 2.
Game number 2, going to the Diamond, Baltimore Orioles and the Kansas City Royals. The Royals are a slight favorite, minus 115 here. The total sitting at 7.5. Both of these teams coming in on losing streaks here. The Orioles will have Dean Kramer on the mound. He's 1-0 this season already. He had 5.1 innings of work, 6 strikeouts in his first appearance here, and he usually pitches a lot better, I must say, on the road than he does at home. At home, Dean Kramer, he gives up a lot of home runs here. He pitches better on the road. I like these Orioles here against a struggling Kansas City Royals team who hasn't been producing runs on the offensive side. So take the Baltimore Orioles on the money line here in game number 2. So for our first 2-team parlay, we are taking the Hurricanes money line, and we are taking the Baltimore Orioles money line at odds of plus 200. Let's head on over to our second 2-teamer.
I want to whack you and just say, boom, baby, come on. Are you kidding me?
Let's head into our 2-teamer here. I know it's a little different. I don't know if I should be jacked up, but I'm still jacked up here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to get our second parlay here. We start staying on the diamond. We got the Athletics minus 125 and the Colorado Rockies here. Total sitting high at a 9.5. Each team coming into this game on 4-game losing streaks here. The almost said Oakland Athletics. It's not the Oakland Athletics. The Athletics here just got swept by the Cubs in their last series, while the Colorado Rockies here got swept on the road to the Phillies in all 3 games. And this Rockies team just offensively has been struggling here to produce runs. In the Athletics, well, they got a lineup in that top of the order. I like this Oakland, I said it again. I like this Athletics team here in the first 5 over the Colorado Rockies. Griff, hit him with game number 2.
Game number 2, we're back on the diamond, baby. We got the Cleveland Guardians minus 115 on the money line, rolling into LA to play the Angels, total sitting at 7.5. This is not the same Angels team we have watched last season, ladies and gentlemen. This team stacked up some power to that lineup, and now tonight they're backed up by Jose Soriano. Soriano in his first outing went 7 innings of work, 5 strikeouts, and just 2 walks. This guy's no joke, and I'm backing him against this. And I love this Los Angeles offense going in against Gavin Williams with this Cleveland Guardians team. So, ladies and gentlemen, my free play on this one is taking the Angels minus 105 over the Cleveland Guardians. So our 2-team parlay, we will be taking the Athletics on the money line first 5 innings, and we will be taking the Los Angeles Angels on the money line, odds of plus 275. Now, getting into volatility of this system before we jump into our 3-teamer. As you guys have seen, peaks, valleys. At one point, we were up 35%. We're currently down 2%. You guys know how the system works. We are not your financial advisors. We're never going to sit here and tell you when it is time to pull profit. When you feel it's time to pull profit, you're up 35%. Well, you better be pulling your profit and taking that money and reinvesting it. I spoke about it yesterday. I'll touch up on it again today. Don't reinvest your profits back into the sports betting market. Go reinvest it into the stock market, the cryptocurrency market, whatever you guys like to do. If you're building penny stocks, I like my penny stocks. Whatever you guys like to do that's going to build business, keep building those ducks, keep aligning those ducks and stack around them. That is the point of this system. It is volatility. You can make money extremely fast and you can lose money extremely fast, but we win the majority of the time and our percents are there. So this is a winning system, ladies and gentlemen. We could cap off a ton of money if you do it the right way, which that is why you have me and Nick here to guide you. But with that being said, let's jump into our 3-team parlay. Game number 1, we're on the diamond. We've got the Tampa Bay Rays rolling into Texas to play the Rangers. Rangers minus 135 on the money line. Total sitting at 8.5. Zach Littell gets to start for Tampa Bay. He's a pitcher who's either solid or he gets absolutely lit up. He is not dominant by any means. Texas, they've got power in that lineup, and Tyler Mahle will get the start backing them up. He came from the Reds. This guy's legit. He's got nasty stuff, and when he comes in hot. I'm on the Rangers on this matchup. I'm backing them up at home. Give me the Rangers here on the money line at minus 135 as game number 1. Nick, hit him with game number 2.
Game number 2, going to the ice. We got the Minnesota Wild here and the New York Islanders. Islanders slight favorite in this one, minus 125 here. The total sitting at 5.5. Both of these teams enter this game on losing streaks. The Wild, they're on a 3-game losing streak, but here's the kicker. The New York Islanders, not much better. They're on a 6-game losing streak here. The Wild play their best hockey on the road this season, 22-11 on the season on the road, while the Islanders are 2 games above 500 here, 17-15 at home. I like this Minnesota Wild team to keep it on the road here. Get win number 23. We are taking the Minnesota Wild money line over the New York Islanders. Let's head to our 3rd and final game of this 3-teamer. We got the Detroit Pistons going to the NBA here. Pistons laying a number minus 11 here against the Toronto Raptors. Total sitting at 227.5. Both of these teams coming in this game on 2-game losing streaks. The Toronto Raptors just played the Portland Trail Blazers yesterday. The Detroit Pistons have a winning record on the road. They are 21-18 this season on the road. Like I said, the Toronto Raptors just played the Portland Trail Blazers. Their legs are going to be tired. I know they don't have to travel, but I like Cunningham to be in this lineup, and I like the Detroit Pistons to cover here. Take the Detroit Pistons minus 11 over the Toronto Raptors. So for our 3-team parlay, we are taking the Texas Rangers money line. We are taking the Minnesota Wild money line, and we are laying the wood with the Detroit Pistons minus 11 for odds of plus 585. Now let's go to our Hail Mary of them all, ladies and gentlemen. Head it back to the diamond in game number 1. We are headed to Philadelphia, where the Los Angeles Dodgers minus 130 on the money line take on the Philadelphia Phillies here. The total sitting at 7.5. We all know the Dodgers have been perfect this season, a powerhouse of a lineup. Now they have to travel here to Philadelphia, where the temperature will get a little colder here. Those LA boys, they've been preemed with nice sunny days and playing baseball. Well, now you got to go to the belt of it all here in Philadelphia, where they are 3-0 this season in Philly. I like this Philadelphia Phillies team to get to Yamamoto in the first couple innings. Take the Philadelphia Phillies first inning, first 5
innings. Damn it, spit it out.
I almost said the Flyers, for God's sakes. Take the Philadelphia Phillies first 5 innings over the Los Angeles Dodgers. Griff, hit him with game number 2.
Game number 2, baby. We're on the NBA hardwood. We've got the Pelicans rolling into LA to play the Lakers. Pelicans getting 14.5 points. Total sitting at 235.5. LA coming off a massive loss last night to Golden State. They're in the rest in the West, or they're in the race in the West heavy, and LA couldn't back the spot last night. They're on back-to-back games tonight. The public, they're going to be all over them now as they're in a must-win situation. 14.5 points. This is a trap. Reverse flip. Give me the Pelicans here plus 14.5. Nick, game number 3.
Game number 3, we're laying our balls on the line. We got the Denver Nuggets minus 1.5 here against the Golden State Warriors. Total sitting at 235.5. Nuggets, they're on a 2-game losing streak. They got some rest, though, coming into this game, while the Warriors, they're on a 4-game winning streak here. They just played last night in Los Angeles. They beat the Lakers there. Steph Curry had 37 points. I want to say he's getting older, ladies and gentlemen. He's getting older here. I don't think he's going to put up 35+ here in this game tonight. I expect Joker to be in the lineup. Give me the Denver Nuggets against these hot Golden State Warriors here in game number 3. Griff, close it down with game number 4.
Game number 4, we're still on the NBA hardwood. We've got the Cleveland Cavs laying 13.5, rolling into San Antonio to play the Spurs. Total sitting at 241.5. Cleveland, they already clinched that number 1 seed in the East. They're still arguably one of the most dominant forces in the NBA. They are once again on a 2-game winning streak, and I expect them to continue making statements and not letting up their foot off the gas especially against a team like the Spurs. Public's going to be all over the Spurs in this game, considering the fact Cleveland's already laying down, quote unquote, in everybody else's eyes. I don't see it that way. I think Cleveland continues this tear in the East, continues to dominate games. Lay the wood here with the Cleveland Cavaliers at minus 13.5 points, as I expect them to throttle through the Spurs by double digits. So, ladies and gentlemen, for our 14 parlay, we'll be taking the Phillies first 5 innings. We'll take the Pelicans plus 14.5. We'll be taking the Nuggets on the money line, and we'll be laying the 13.5 points with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Odds of plus 13.55. And now, before we get into our bow and our arrow, and just best believe I'm getting that bow and I'm getting that arrow out for this shot right now. But before I do that, I just want to let you guys know we appreciate all of the continuous comments, the feedback, all of that good stuff. Liking, subscribing, please continue to do so. Obviously, this is a little bit different of a show that me and Nick are used to. The energy isn't as high, and I could feel it right now, and I'm not happy about it by any means. But from time to time, we're going to come across situations like that. Nick travels a lot. I travel a lot. We can't always be in the same place at the same time. So there always are going to be situations where this does come about. But I love having my right-hand man right next to me, sitting next to me over in the lab. He's in the other room right now.
He's right over there.
He's in the other room, unfortunately, right now. So we can't give you guys that gas that we want to give you guys in that throttle. But we can give you the bow and the arrow as Nick's cranking it out. Let's get another one today. We're cranking it out. We're on the diamond, baby. I'm getting the bow. I'm getting the arrow. I'm pulling it out. We're on the diamond. We got the Cincinnati Reds rolling into Milwaukee to play the Brewers. Brewers minus 130 on the money line, total sitting at 8.5. Cincinnati, they have dropped 3 consecutive games, and they are failing to erupt on the offensive side. Tyler Alexander gets the start from Milwaukee. Alexander ended his season last year with Tampa Bay going 6-5, but this guy was terrible. He had a 5.40 ERA, and he absolutely sucked. I don't care that they went 6-5. Tampa Bay has a very good offense, and that's what backed him up all season long. I expect the Reds, as they have not scored a run in 3 games, to crack the seal tonight against Alexander. As soon as that seal is cracked, I expect them to erupt offensively. Give me the Reds here on the money line, plus value at plus 10 for my bow and arrow shot. Boom, Nick hit it.
We got the Reds here, just like Griffin said, 3 games in a row. They have finished 1-0 with 3 L's in a row. This Brewers team on a 3-game winning streak. A lot easier to bet here on the Milwaukee Brewers as the public. I don't think that's going to happen today. The Cincinnati Reds will score a couple runs. I think they come out and win this game here in Milwaukee, where the dome is closed. The weather doesn't matter. Give me the Cincinnati Reds money line over the Milwaukee Brewers for our 5% whale. Boom, baby.
Let's go, baby. All right, recap time. Let's recap these parlays. Parlay number 1, take the Hurricanes on the money line, take the Orioles on the money line. Odds of plus 200. Parlay number 2, take the Athletics on the money line, first 5 innings. Take the Los Angeles Angels on the money line, full game. Odds of plus 275. Parlay number 3, our 3-legger. Take the Rangers on the money line. Take the Wild on the money line. Take the Pistons, lay the 11 points. Odds of plus 585. And then for our 4-legger, take the Phillies first 5. Take the Pelicans plus 14.5. Take the Nuggets on the money line. Take the Cavs, lay the 13.5 points. Odds of plus 1355. And then our bow, our arrow shot. Get the bow out, Nick. Get the arrow. 5% whale shot. Take the Reds plus what money line plus 110 is our 5% whale shot. Boom! Let's go, baby. And now, as always, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys continuously tuning into the Dirty 630 show. We are DocSports.com. We apologize for the technical difficulties. As you guys could obviously see, me and Nick are split screening this thing, and it sucks. We're trying to be next to each other. We want to get this rolling, but unfortunately, today wasn't the case. This will happen from time to time, but as always, we appreciate you guys continuously. Comments, feedbacks, all of that good stuff, good and bad. Today, we may see a lot of negative feedback considering the fact we're not next to each other. With this circumstance right now, please let us know. What are your guys' thoughts as far as me and Nick split screening opposed to us actually being in person and next to each other? Because I want to really see what the public sees as far as the differential of how this looks to you guys and how often and frequently we could do it. If you guys like us next to each other every single day, we can make that happen the best of our ability. If you guys like it this way, well, then we can stick to this way, even though I absolutely hate it. I'll just be completely flat out honest with you guys. But as always, if you are a new member, remember to DocSports.com. Head on over to DocSports.com/free60. Go grab yourself a free $60 account. You could use that free $60 on our premium selections, our absolute best bets for free. Remember, these are just free plays that we're giving you guys right now. These are not our premium selections. So say you want to replace that 5% bow and arrow shot with one of our top premium selections, head on over to DocSports.com/free60. Go grab that free $60 and go grab that 5% bow and arrow shot. I got a 7-unit on tap, and on NBA, I've got a 5-unit on tap. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Dirty 630 show. We are DocSports.com. We will be back in action in the lab together neck to neck on Monday. So as always, be good. Have a phenomenal weekend, and we will see you guys on Monday.